Hello, everyone. I'm Art Ekman. Bob Marsh is currently south of the equator working on a very special edition of Motoworld, which I'll tell you about later in the show. First, we head out to Memphis, Tennessee to catch up on the national Arenacross scene, where lately names like Antunez, Jones, and Pedersen have been making a big splash. Whereas defending champion Jimmy Gaddis, still on the sidelines nursing injuries he suffered at the first event in Des Moines. Where's the 95 runner-up, Jeremy Buell? He's still getting used to his new Yamaha and mired in 8th place. Well, that leaves two big vacancies at the top of the points ladder.
The opening night at Shelby Farms Arena, Memphis, saw number 10 Mike Jones go to the inside and take the 125 hole shot. Number 2, Jeremy Buell got into trouble in the gnarly whoops, crashing into the stands. Taking points, challenger number 6, Cliff Palmer, with him. Palmer would finish last. Chad Pedersen got by Stevenson, who would finish behind Antunez in 4th. Pedersen then put the heat on Jones. Number 10 barely escaping the block here. The white flag lap, off the catapult, Jones picks up a hay bale cover, avoiding a lapper. It gave Pedersen just the crease he needed. But 20 feet later, a crowd-pleasing race to the end. Jones, the better line in the Rockers. At the checkers, Jones his first win after just returning with Team Green from Germany.
It feels great to be back home, and I miss my family, and I definitely miss people that speak English.
Jones tried the same strategy in the 250 main, going to the inside. The result the same, the lead out of the first turn. Then it was side by side, Jones and Pedersen, with Antunez moving into 3rd. The points leader made an inside move on Jones for the lead. He would not give up. Pedersen wins his 8th race in 7 rounds.
I'm just trying to ride the best I can, and my Yamaha is working really good. And hopefully I just want to stay up on this podium every weekend.
The jump-off competition featured winning the title the hard way. Oh, we had the usual heel clickers, double-legged can-cans, partial spread eagles, but number 10 Mike Jones won both nights with a no-hands kamikaze landing crash. How he would get up off the track the second night and compete is beyond me. In the 125s, it's Pedersen putting the squeeze on Jones, but number 10 comes out of it with the early lead. Jones and Pedersen, Pedersen and Jones, with Antunez gaining ground. It was an outstanding show. Antunez, number 19, would fight by Pedersen for second and then set up Jones as he did Pedersen the lap before. Pedersen would win his sortie with Jones for second, while Antunez pocketed his 3rd win of the season. But he plans on running the entire 26 rounds, gunning for the top prize of 20 grand.
I'll take it anyway I can get it at $20,000. It'll look just as good in my bank as it will in anybody's.
Looking to get as big a points lead as possible before leaving for his Supercross obligations, Pedersen got another good start in the 250s. But Jones wouldn't stand for it. He muscled his way into the lead. Antunez made a move on Buell for 3rd. Jones was determined to fend off Pedersen this time and would be successful. Number 10, his 2nd win out of 4 races on the weekend. Jones followed by Pedersen, Antunez, Buell, and Stevenson. Here's how the points stack up after 8 of the 26 rounds. Pedersen by 24 points over the hard-charging Antunez. Palmer, after brutal 10th, 6th, 9th, and 8th place finishes, still has his chances in 3rd.
Good news for points leader Pedersen, who's committed to riding the 1997 AMA Supercross Series come January. Arenacross promoter Mike Kidd has put up a halfway point fund worth 25 grand for the riders. If Chad is still leading after the 7th event in Oklahoma, he could be $10,000 richer. On to the World Supercross front, where both defending champion Jeremy McGrath and Honda teammate Steve Lampson suffered injuries in Tokyo last weekend. In fact, neither rider made the 250 main event. For the Tokyo results and more, let's check out our 1-800-COLLECT-HONDA scoreboard. After surrendering a win in Paris on the last turn of the last lap to Larry Ward, Suzuki's Greg Albertine finally secured his first career World Supercross victory at China Marine Stadium in Tokyo. Damon Bradshaw led most of the way until Greg caught him on the final lap. Jeff Emig, John Dowd, and French teenager Sebastian Tortelli rounded out the top 5. As for the Red Riders, McGrath chose not to race after tweaking his back in a practice crash. And in his first world round of the year, Lampson injured his hand in the semifinal action. 5 different riders have won each of the 5 events so far this season. Kawasaki sits atop the points with Emig, Huffman, and Hughes leading the way. 2 rounds remain in Geneva, Switzerland. I'll be there on December 6th and 7th. And at Torino, Spain, round 1 of the World Indoor Trials Series brought local hero Mark Tolomé to the top of the podium. The young Spaniard finished just 2 dabs ahead of the Brit, Doug Lampkin. The Gas duo of Amos Bilbao and Bruno Camozzi finished 3rd and 4th, respectively. Now, when Motoworld continues, we'll head for Hemingway country with a preview of the motorcycle press's latest catch. And just ahead, some simple multiplication. 2 riders times 2 championships. We'll round up a wild World Team Harescramble story, so don't go away. Welcome back. One sure sign that winter is fast approaching shows up every year in rural Ohio. The World Team Harescrambles Championship is the last great woods race of the season. That is before all the snow runs start up. This year's podium looked remarkably similar to last year's. Logan Sterling has the story.
The Ohio countryside is often a hotbed for the unusual. It's where gold wings are the thing, where abandoned coal mines are commonplace. And since 1984, it's been home to the World Team Harescrambles Championship. Fans and riders are perennially treated to a Le Mans-style start. One rider watches the whole shot from afar, while his teammate tries to go out and take it. Area native Tim Shepard took the lead into the woods, followed closely by Gene O'Neill and Robbie Jenks. This one-of-a-kind event featured a strong list of entrants, including pavement racer Larry Pegram, who enjoys coming out once a year to test his luck in the wilderness and pick up a few new tricks.
Now if I need passing bay, I can just cut through the woods on the road race course and come back out on the other end, and I'll be in the lead then.
The former dirt tracker turned road racer had some trouble getting off the line, but he seemed to enjoy himself and did well for someone more accustomed to asphalt than this muddy, tight, technical course. However, Pegram and teammate Andy Brannon were still in search of their rhythm at the end of the event and finished a distant 4th. The art of Team Harescramble's competition is all about strategy. Each rider on a team must only ride at least one of the 14 laps, so the variations are endless. The Brannon-Pegram duo and 5th place Daryl Harden and Steve Wheeler rotated saddle time after each lap. Did it help or did it hurt? Just ask the podium teams, who swapped riders much less frequently. Newcomers Robbie Jenks and Jeff Anderson surprised everyone by leading a couple of laps and battling their way to a 3rd overall. You can bet we'll hear more from these 2 youngsters in the very near future. Not a surprise to be in contention, Gene O'Neill came to Nelsonville as champ of the 250A class in the Grand National Cross Country Series. O'Neill tagged up with GNCC veteran Kevin Brown and took a lead into the later stages before bowing out to finish a respectable 2nd. 4 down and 1 to go, Team Yamaha's tandem of Ohio's own Dwayne Connor and GNCC vet A-class champ Tim Shepard showed up readiest to race. In fact, Connor and Shepard handled their competition and the course almost flawlessly and finished nearly 2 minutes ahead of the field. Connor also served as Winner Circle team spokesman.
I just went out and rode the best I could. My partner Tim Shepard rode a great race. I made him start today because it's contract time and I wanted him to get the mud thrown all over him. I'm just kidding.
That's 2 in a row for Connor and Shepard. They'll go for the hat trick in 1997, you can be sure. Behind the super team of Jeff Russell and Terry Cunningham, who won an amazing 6 world titles, Connor and Shepard become only the 2nd riders to win this prestigious event more than once. I'm Logan Sterling, reporting for Motoworld.
Thanks, Logan. We should point out that the 1995 round was rained out and instead run in April of this year. So officially, Connor and Shepard's back-to-back world titles came only 7 months apart. We've noticed a number of wintertime one-offs popping up indoors around the country this month, the majority of which take the shape of Arenacross-style events. Our first such report comes from Reno, Nevada, the site of former motocrosser Jim Holley's Arenacross.
A Saturday night sellout helped promoters Robert Hansen and former pro Jim Hollywood Holley make the 6th annual Arenacross a success. Notable names on tap included Casey Johnson, Kyle Lewis, Mike Healy, and Jeff Willow. Add in the mix the voice of Supercross Larry Huffman, and you've got a great weekend of racing. Each pro class offered $600 to the winner, $2,400 total for both days, and Kyle Lewis left the arena with something substantial to put on the blackjack table. He walked away with over $2,200 of the green stuff. All his winnings will convert nicely to yen at the end of the year when he packs up for racing full-time in the land of the rising sun. Something to make the Arenacross event unique? ATVs. Looks kind of like stuffing a 500cc engine into a 125cc chassis, but Lady Luck was on the side of the 4-wheel demons and betrayed the Motoworld crash reel. By the end of the weekend, Casey Johnson earned second place honors for the most cash pocketed. 1 win and 2 podiums gave him $1,700. Not bad for 2 nights' work. On to Dayton, Ohio, Action Sports' first event of their 7-race Arenacross series. Over 800 riders came ready to wick it up. The 125 and 250 pros raced both Friday and Saturday nights with the likes of Keith Bowen, Barry Karsten, Brock Sellards, and Jim Neese lighting the marquee. Jump contests have become par for the course at Arenacross wherever you go. Check out the Knack Knack by Jim Chester and the winning Heel Clicker by Sean Parolio. Saturday's 125 class was chock full of great racing. Number 80, Brock Sellards, snagged the hole shot, followed by number 63, Davey Yezik. Yezik would push hard on the first lap and pass Sellards in the whoops, then put himself on cruise control, opening a huge lead. Further back, a great fight for podium honors broke out between number 81, Sean Parolio, and number 61, Jim Neese. The two would go back and forth until the midway point when Yezik went down in the same place he took the lead. Yezik would remount in fourth. The course was typically arena-oriented, meaning it was tough to pass. The race was almost over. Great excuses for Davey, but he didn't want to use them. He would worm his way to third behind Parolio coming into the final lap. Then Parolio makes a last-second dive to strip Sellards of first. He goes wide, loses his momentum, and lets Yezik slip right next to him, and wham! Yezik shows no mercy, stealing the checkered flag. In the 250s, number 74, Jeff Hedden, took the hole shot, followed by Neese and Yezik. They would pretty much lock themselves in this order for a while. Yezik tried to get around Neese, but Jimmy wouldn't budge. It seems Lady Luck stayed in Reno. Watch as Hedden goes wide to avoid a fallen lapper. It doesn't work, and he goes down, taking Neese with him. Once again, Yezik is unstoppable, battle ramming past Neese, and takes his 4th main event win on the weekend, followed by Parolio and Barry Karsten.